lại mà anh cũng biết đâu khi em nhạt phai. Hello, clip nhá. Xem Mr.Beast thôi, đến rồi. Tôi rảnh. Ây da, rảnh quá không biết làm gì đây. Tôi rảnh nhá, tôi dư thời gian, tôi bị khùng. Nên là sao cũng được, maybe tôi sẽ coi hết tất cả. Một clip này tôi sẽ coi hết 12 tiếng. Có thể là 12 tiếng hoặc là đến khi nào mình bỏ cuộc. Nhưng mà mình sẽ coi cày hết Mr.Beast. Đẩy cấp không? Có thằng nào làm content như mình không? Làm gì có. Full year. Xem cái khoảnh khắc mà nó storm motivation impossible impossible đi, không thể mà, sẽ không thể, phải là có thể chứ.
Super hot fire. I spit that.
YouTube.com/beast.
I watched that.
Alright guys, so I thought I was recording earlier, but I forgot to click capture on my freaking DVR.
Possible là cái
So
đéo nè.
I've
Cái bill.
yeah.
Tai nghe không làm ảnh hưởng đến các bạn khác. Mình là một con người văn minh có ý thức, đúng không?
Earlier this year, I did a video, or sorry, actually not earlier this year, last year, I did a video on how much money does PewDiePie make, and it got quite a bit of views, and there was a little bit of controversy on the video, and people didn't think the numbers I said were correct, and the numbers were beginning to get a little bit outdated because PewDiePie is growing so freaking big. He's in the 20 million subscribers now. It's just ridiculous. And anyways, if you take a look at this picture that's going to pop up on your screen right now, this will help you kind of understand where I'm getting my numbers from. As you'll see, Nade Shot generated 10 million views, and those 10 million views got him around, no, sorry. Nade Shot got around 6 million views, and those 6 million views generated him around $10,000. So just take a look at that picture, and that will kind of help you realize that I'm not just throwing out a random number. Every million views you get on YouTube, if you have ads on your video, you'll get around 1,000 to 2,000, maybe even a little bit above 2,000. Depends if you have premium ads or standard auction ads or whatever. But every million views you get on YouTube, if you're using ads, you're gonna generate at least $1,000+ in income, which is pretty cool. It really shows the power of internet advertising and how awesome YouTube is. And PewDiePie is getting around 7.5 million views per day. He uploads a video every day, and his videos always get like 1 million views. And then between all the other videos on his channel, he's generating 7.5 million views per day. And as you remember in the picture before, Nade Shot was getting 6 million views, and he generated $10,000.
I can upload one early in the morning and the next at 12 p.m. It's just whenever I upload videos, it's way too random. So I'm gonna try out an upload schedule every day at 6 in the morning and 6 p.m. I'm gonna upload a video. This is just gonna be for the next week. I'm just gonna see how easy it would be to maintain. But every morning at 6 a.m. and then again every night at 6 p.m. you're gonna have a video in your sub box from me. I just want to be more consistent, and so now anytime you look at a clock and it says 6, I just uploaded. And if you actually care, then you can go to your computer and watch it. I want to be consistent and just you know, get into the habit of that. That way, if you actually do enjoy my videos, you'll know when they're up. And now we're going to transition into getting famous off of YouTube. You see, everyone wants to get famous. Everyone who uploads videos dreams of hitting 1 million subscribers. But are we all actually good enough? Is our content actually good enough for 1 million people to want to watch? I think this is a question every content creator has to ask himself. Is your content actually good enough that if 1 million people wanted to watch it, you'd believe it? Because a lot of people who upload videos daily, I don't think their content's actually good enough that one day 1 million people could possibly want to see it. I mean, flashy thumbnails aside, SEO aside, titles, all that, you know, is your content, is your actual video entertaining enough that, you know, 1 million people would want to see it? I mean, if you yourself don't even find your videos entertaining, how can you expect to get famous and expect millions of other people to want to see it? I mean, think about it. Evaluate your video. Is it actually good enough that you could possibly get famous? We all want to be famous, but is your content actually good enough to get to that level? I mean, if I had to answer that question, I would say yes. I actually could see myself being famous off of YouTube. I try to be really unique in the topics I bring to the table. I've tried to make my videos stand out by playing rock, paper, scissors at the beginning of them. There are things I could mix up. In a lot of ways, I am similar to many commentators out there, and I'm trying to be different. I'm gonna probably change some things up in the near future. Just, you know, my commentaries, it's just like every other and my phone just went off. It's just like every other commentary, and I want to stand out more. You know, just doing unique topics enough, the rock, paper, scissors things probably isn't enough. I probably need to start scripting my commentaries like I used to, because they used to flow so much better when I scripted it, and there was a lot more humor involved when I actually had time to sit down and write out what I was thinking. But for the most part, I do feel like I could be famous one day off of YouTube. I could actually picture myself doing what I'm doing now, and, you know, 1 million people wanting to see it. And honestly, that was all I wanted to say in this video. Just ask yourself, is what you're doing good enough that 1 million people would want to watch it every single day? If not, you probably need to change things up if you want to get famous off of YouTube. That's all I wanted to say. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully I made the slightest bit of sense in this video.
No exception to the rule, do what you do to get by, cause
đúng không? Anh nhớ không? Lý là tiền lý đúng rồi, mà lý đấy là sao con lúc bạn xuống thì nó bạn xử lúc bạn sai là gì không biết.
So I just got back from my basketball camp, and before I left, apparently I had chicken, and I left the plate in the room, and now my room smells like chicken. And while I was at basketball camp, I didn't upload yesterday, and you have no idea how much that bugged me. It's weird, like that. So I just got back from my basketball camp, and before I left, apparently I had chicken, and I left the plate in the room, and now my room smells like chicken. And while I was at basketball camp, I didn't upload yesterday, and you have no idea how much. Snapchatting girls, definitely not watching. Camera on it, pointed at a wall, and my mom walked in my room to grab something, and she didn't even say anything. And like, I don't even know what she thinks I was doing. Like, why do I have a camera on a tripod? And she didn't even ask. It was really funny to me. Oh.
Okay,
I
bao bao rồi mình không có, mình có theo bao nó.
Xem lại bài tí không chót nữa. Con nói thôi. Vừa nó lên nó nổ ra một bài đó. Giờ nó lên nó nổ ra một bài nhạc không đây. Trời, giờ nhạc có 10% rồi. Thì lên nổ xích địch luôn.
And I present as having common sense, but I don't care because the power button on my PS4 actually does not work, so it won't turn off no matter what. I have to like go in the menu, which takes forever, and I'm super lazy. I just want to point out though something that I've mentioned a lot in videos: post what you want to post, have fun, do what you want to do on YouTube. Don't let other people dictate what you do. Don't do what everyone else is doing. And yesterday I wanted to make a video asking how to turn off my PS4. It's my channel, I can do what I want. I just wanted to say that. And a majority of the people who watch my videos are YouTubers, and so take that to heart. Post what you want to post. Don't do what everyone else wants you to do. If I was just a generic commentator here and didn't talk about YouTube money or whatever I talk about in my videos, I probably have a fourth of the subscribers I have right now. Just do whatever you want to do. And I don't know, I just wanted to point that out. But anyways, let's jump into the topic. A comment I actually get a lot is, Beast, you sound like Ian from Smosh. No joke, if you go across all my videos, you'll see dozens of comments saying, Mr. Beast, you sound like Ian from Smosh. I don't get it on every video, but just occasionally that pops up. And so, you know what? I decided let's compare my voice to Ian from Smosh and see if what these guys are saying is true. So to make this part actually equal, I'm not going to edit my vocals in this part. You can probably already tell my vocals sound a little bit different because I'm not going to edit them, because I doubt they actually take the time to edit their vocals. So yeah, I'm just going to talk in a normal voice, and I'm going to copy a sentence that Ian said in a random Smosh video.
Something that's gonna make me rich.
What?
Well, all those people that got rich off phone apps, like, the ones that make your phone make fart noises?
Something that's gonna make me rich. Well, those people that got rich off of phone apps, those apps that make fart noises and such?
Something that's
Quay rồi Mr.Beast tới. Kêu quá gì vậy? Thực sự là không thể xem nổi nữa. Sao một cái kênh này có nhiều người tới xứ ký thế nhỉ?
So you want to be a famous... So let me guess, you want to know how to become famous on YouTube. Well, in this totally not sarcastic, 100% accurate guide, I'm going to show you how to become famous. It's about credit. Just download a bunch of people's vines, just rip them off, make a compilation, oysters, nipples, I don't care what you call it, put it together, upload it to YouTube, and title it Best Funny, Hilarious, Awesome Vines Ever, but put it a month in advance. So it's October now, so title it November instead of, put it a month in advance so you're ahead of everyone else. I see like these Vine compilations that are like Best Vines of 2016. It's not even 2016 yet. They're just desperate for views. So you want to be a famous Call of Duty YouTuber. Although that ship has sailed, like really, it's sailed. The ship is way over there. You can, swim with hope to catch up to it. But to catch up to that ship, you're pretty much going to have to sell out and make thousands of people hate you. In fact, let me just open up my phone real quick. This is what you're going to have to title your videos if you want to be a famous Call of Duty YouTuber. This is a legitimate title, all right? OMGG, triple legendary, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Legendary MP40 Afterburn plus legendary 1911 Hammerbite opening reaction, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. That's what you're going to have to title your videos if you want to be a famous Call of Duty YouTuber. You're pretty much going to have to sell out, make everyone in the world hate you, but hey, you're going to be rolling in the YouTube money. So you want to be a famous Let's Player. Well, this is not hard to do, actually. In fact, PewDiePie, the world's biggest YouTuber, is a Let's Player. All you have to do is download random video games, computer, phone, whatever. Just download a random game, play the game, and then when something moves, just go, oh, and freak out, and then millions of views. Why? Because majority of YouTube's a bunch of 9 and 10-year-olds, and if you scream over the littlest things, they'll be like, oh my goodness, oh, look at him, and then you'll get a bunch of views. Which strategy did I use to get my views? Well, I used the talk about bigger YouTubers over controversial matters so their fan base will come to my channel strategy. That was a lot of work. And that is how you become famous on YouTube. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And remember, unplug your lamps in a lightning storm because, that could burst the lamp, burst the bulb thing. And your TV, unplug that as well. Don't kill squirrels. It's not a nice thing to do. There's a fly over there. Kill flies. Those are annoying. And
thế là phải đi chửi cái ngành YouTuber nổi tiếng cho mình nổi tiếng à? Wow, content hay thực sự. Mẹ nó cái xương thật.
we all know everyone who does YouTube does it for views. You want views. Views is the... All right, guys, so we've all seen comments before that say, so-and-so YouTuber only does YouTube for views, or, hey, you only made this video for views. Case in point, I have a video where I talk about how much money PewDiePie makes, and that video actually got over 80,000 views. Now, occasionally, and I get in a lot of arguments on Twitter, people call me a sellout for making that video. In fact, my most recent argument, which, by the way, you should follow me on Twitter, the guy tried to insult me. I don't see how this is an insult. He said, you only made that video about PewDiePie because you knew it would get views. You're such a sellout beast.
Hỏi kênh nó làm gì? NTT NTT viết khoe lên. Có không? 41 à? Đúng đó hả? 139 cơ.
Đang like à?
Đang like, đang học Mr.Beast đây.
I only made that video because I knew it would get views. Doesn't that seem pretty illogical? Is
Phải nổi à?
behind YouTube to get views. Now, before I
phải
go
nổi
any
lên một
further,
lượt
I'm
xem
gonna catch
này.
myself. I know I am against misleading
Ôi,
content.
ôi
I've
trời.
called out people like Exility and other people who use misleading titles, Biblical Reaper. But there's a difference. Like, I think many people don't have the right idea of what a sellout is. To me, and maybe this is just me, maybe I'm different than everyone else, being a sellout is using a misleading title when your title is not actually what the video is about, or when your thumbnail is not actually a part of the video. That to
Cái
me
đi
is being a
bạn.
sellout. You know, opening a supply drop, getting one
Cú
legendary, but
mèo này
titling it like you
hỏi
got
cho tối
3,
luôn.
that's a sellout. Or making Black Ops 3 leak footage news or whatever 3 months before any footage has ever come out. That's being a sellout. But making a video talking about how much money PewDiePie makes, that's not being a sellout. That is called supply and demand. People are searching how much money does PewDiePie make, and I supplied them with the information. Thousands of people wanted to know. People weren't getting mad at me. People were happy that I made that video, which is why like 3 different people I've been in arguments with, and they're like, just go make videos about how much PewDiePie makes. It's called supply and demand, people. I don't know. Maybe I just use too much logic. Making a video about
A8 à? A8 ở chỗ nào ta? A8 ở chỗ nào? Chỗ thư viện hả? Thì chắc đúng rồi, chỗ đấy á. Má, tôi làm content hay như thế mà có 9 lượt xem thôi bạn ạ.
Mà tôi ở đấy cũng hơi bị ok á.
Uống quá đi tiếng uống.
Thực ra như nhiều nhưng mà toàn do cái dân là thôi, người ta vào mình mới dân người ta xem thử có gì không, người ta ao ra mày phải coi từ đầu cơ. Mày bố rồi mới lớn chứ bạn làm bao giờ chứ bạn chứ.
Thôi đừng thế rồi, đừng không có nhồi,
Không có nhồi.
ý đó là không có nhà bây giờ không thích nha, nó nói thôi tôi không thích được nhà này. Thôi
Lại mua cái này ngon nhỉ.
gắn nó ha, mình làm thành công thì của tôi.
Đó rồi chơi đi cúp à.
Trời ơi, không lượt view. Má đẹp tiêu đề.
how much money a YouTuber makes is not being a sellout. People search that stuff and want an answer, want that information, and I'm providing them that knowledge. I don't see how you can classify that as a sellout, but maybe I'm just completely different than everyone else. Typically, though, on bigger YouTubers, you'll see comments all the time.
Người
They're
xem
just
cũng
like,
như Đạt
you
thôi,
only
kiểu
made
phải
this
làm mấy cái gì
video
đó nó
because
tò
you knew
mò
it
thách
get
thức
views,
vào
or
xem
you only did
mấy
this
giây
video
xong
for
out đây.
views or money, same thing. And just hear me out. As I said earlier, isn't the point of YouTube to get views? I know, majority of people on YouTube are like, no, you should do YouTube for fun. But stop the BS. We all know everyone who does YouTube does it for views. You want views. Views is the fun part. Getting comments, people enjoying your work is the fun part. Spending 3 hours on your computer, editing a video, that's not fun. But, seeing people say, oh, this video made my day, seeing the feedback, just that is what's fun. Getting views is fun. And so when people are like, oh, you only made this video for views or money, that's the point of YouTube, views. And, typically it's the smaller YouTubers that use this cop out. They'll see someone with like 50,000 subscribers and they'll say to themselves, I'm just as good as him. I could be as big as him. Just, I don't want to sell out like he does. And that person doesn't even sell out. That person, I don't know. It's typically smaller YouTubers, and it gets on my nerves because people don't know the difference between being a sellout and actually being smart. Okay, there are skills that come with titling your video correctly, using the correct thumbnail so people, it'll catch their eye, using certain colors and things like that. And then there's being a sellout. And I think majority of people, or at least the majority of the comments I read, have no idea what a sellout actually is, and they just don't understand. The point of YouTube is to get views. If no one cared about views, then why would you even bother wasting your internet and just keep the videos on your computer? If you're doing YouTube for fun, why don't you just edit the video and then save it on your computer? Why waste your internet uploading it if you don't care about the views? We all care about views. That's why we upload to YouTube. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much the end. I'm not going to drag this out too long. You guys kind of understand my point. I'd really, don't just write a generic comment like, oh, you should do YouTube for fun, not for views. Like, if you write out a really legit comment, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about, people doing YouTube for fun and views and all this other sayings people leave in comment sections all the time. And, your definition of a sellout, because obviously it's really subjective. Okay. There's no written rule that says this is a sellout video. This is not. Or does it even matter? Should we just not care what other people upload and just do our own thing? I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on that. And another thing, I'd like to create some hype for this short film me and my friends made. This weekend, we finished up recording the second part of this. I want to call it a movie, but it's not. It's like this short film me and my friends did. We've put probably 10 plus hours into just filming it, and I'm probably going to spend at least 5 hours editing it. It should go up Saturday or Sunday. We still have like 1 or 2 scenes we have to film, which won't take too long. So I just wanted to create some hype about that. It's I wish I could show you guys a trailer or something. It's going to be really epic because a couple of these guys that are in it, they're actually really into the arts and plays. They did a play at our school and stuff. And they're really into that type of things. So I hope you guys are excited for that video, because I've put ridiculous amount of time into this, and I think you guys are actually going to be really surprised with the storyline and how good it is. But anyways, that's the video. Let me know what you think, and hopefully you enjoy it.
Hay